everyone! So I am finally vlogging again. I have been an extremely bad vlogger. I've been taking a lot of clips, but I haven't come on to actually talk to you guys. So I'm going to do a little narration through all of the clips that I've been gathering since New Year's. So we started off the new year with another escape game. We headed up to Markham with a couple of our friends and we escaped from a room at Omescape. And then we went for dinner at the shops of Don Mills. We went to Fabbrica, which we've never been to before, and it was pretty good. I think we all liked our appetizers better than the main dishes. For our appetizers, we got a margarita pizza, and they actually have this really authentic way of preparing pizza. My friend was telling me you have to get certified or licensed or something like that, and it is the Neapolitan style. And then after she told me that, I started seeing it in other pizzerias around the city like Libretto, but it was really good. It reminded me a little bit of this pizza we had in Italy way back when. So we shared that, and we also shared the octopus, which was delicious. For our mains, we all got different things. I got the pappardelle. My husband got, I think it was like a fettuccine, right? Yeah. And it had a cream, was it truffle? It had a truffle cream sauce, but he just thought it was okay. He thought the sauce was a little bit too runny and it wasn't as flavorful as he would have liked. And then one of my friends got the duck, and the duck tasted really good, I thought. It was quite gamey, but I thought it was delicious. Last friend ended up getting the ravioli, and he said it was all right as well. It was really hard to vlog out in the street because it was so noisy, and then we went to buy groceries and I was carrying a bunch of stuff. So now that I'm back at home, I am going to finish off with our night at Fabbrica. After we finished all our main dishes, we still had some room for dessert, so we all got gelato or sorbetto. My girlfriend and I got the pear and prosecco. My husband got the coffee, and then our other friend got the salted caramel. The wafer that came with the gelato and sorbetto was so yummy. I also ordered a decaf espresso, and it was served with some ice water, and I had never seen this before, but apparently this is how they serve espresso in Naples. So I did Google it after, and you're supposed to drink the water before you drink the espresso. If you drink it after, it's considered to be rude because it indicates that you didn't like the taste of the coffee. So I thought that was really interesting. One of my friends and I were actually planning to go to Naples during our Italy trip, but we skipped it because we wanted to stay in Sorrento. We met a bunch of people in Sorrento and they said not to go to Naples, that we wouldn't like it, so we heeded their advice. So we never actually made it to Naples, but maybe if we had, I would have known about the water and the espresso. So that day, my friend also gifted me a tea set. She said she thought of me, so she picked it up, and we have been loving it. It came with 2 black teas and 2 green teas, and we've already polished off one of the green teas. The teapot's really nice because you can make a whole big batch and then just like drink it throughout the day, and it's just lovely. I really like cold tea, especially cold green tea for some reason. We've been basically using that every single weekend. We make a big pot of the green tea in the morning and just sip on it throughout the day. My husband in particular really likes the green tea with jasmine. The night before we had to go back to work, my husband and I watched Phantom of the Opera. This was one of his stocking stuffers. My friend and I had watched it a couple weeks prior to that, and we really enjoyed it. So I tried to get similar seats because my friend and I sat under the chandelier. When the chandelier dropped, it made like this firecracker type noise, and some people around us actually screamed. And they also do this thing where they break like little glass pieces and they kind of fall all over you, but they're not glass, of course. They're little, I guess, pieces of plastic, basically look like shattered glass, and they break apart really easily. So that was a lot of fun. We took some home as souvenirs. A couple of nights later, my friend and I went to paint night after work. So paint night is an event that's held at a local restaurant or pub, and basically you can order food and drinks while you paint a painting. So it's a couple of hours, and my friend and I chose Misty Waters. It was actually really straightforward once they explained to you step by step how to do it, and they actually paint paint a demo with you so you can see exactly what they're doing, and it's really, really easy to follow along. It's also a lot of fun. So really happy with the way our paintings turned out. Unfortunately, I forgot both cameras at home, so the only footage I got was with my phone, so the footage isn't that great. But we are planning to go to 2 more paint night events because we want a grouping of 3 paintings. So the next time I will definitely get some better footage. It was a lot of fun though. We went to the Hard Rock Cafe at Yonge and Dundas, and it was actually my first time there, even though I've lived in Toronto my entire life. Last weekend I met up with one of my girlfriends to do some goal setting. We do this every year. So we had a quick lunch before we did our goals. We went to Libretto for pizza, and I thought it was okay. I actually liked the pizza at Fabbrica better. I got, of course, the margarita again because I always get that, and my friend got, I think it was one with mushrooms, if I'm not mistaken, but it was a white pizza, so there was no red sauce on it. I just wasn't that big of a fan of the pizza there. I know it's a really popular place and it gets a lot of great reviews, but it just didn't really do it for me, so I probably won't be making a return visit. I'm gonna insert all the other miscellaneous clips I have now, and I will check back in a little later. My speaker just came in. It came in a few days early. It seems bigger and heavier than the other one, but anyway, I'm gonna open it up. Ta-da! Oh, it looks nice. This is the cord. Packaging is quite nice. So the cord is here, and then I guess this is the power source. That's nice. And here's the speaker. Reminds me of a microphone. I'm gonna try it now. We got Lulu this cozy new bed to replace her old one, and when we first bought it for her, she would not sleep in it. She wouldn't even go inside it. When she had to go in her crate, she would sit right on the side here beside her bed and just look really, really sad. So we took the bed out. We kept trying to put her in it. When she sat in it, we would give her a treat and whatnot, but she still wouldn't go in it on her own. We noticed that she likes to sit on our pillows, and she actually likes to lie on my pillow in the bedroom. So we took her bed out and we started sitting in it and putting it in our laps. So I think she got used to the scent and the feeling, and now she sleeps in it, which makes me happy because it is so cuddly. It's like perfectly sized for her, and she can curl up and just be really cozy and comfortable. I am currently burning this candle. I've had it for many, many, many years. I want to say maybe even 20 years. I can't remember where I got it. I have a feeling maybe my father bought it for me, but it was one of my favorite things as a child. I just loved the container that it came in. It's a beautiful glass container, and it's got a lid with a rose on top. The scent of the candle is also rose, and even after all these years, maybe because I've kept it covered most of the time, the rose scent is still really strong. I decided that I've had this long enough. I may keep the container still, but I wanted to finally burn the candle, and I'm really happy I'm doing it. One of the items in my 101 in 1001 is to cook at least one recipe from each of my cookbooks. I don't have that many cookbooks, but as you can tell, perhaps, I love Nigella Lawson. I got this Jamie Oliver cookbook as part of my Christmas gift from work, so I'm definitely going to be cooking a recipe from there. The other thing I wanted to talk about is this new book that I just got. This is Marie Kondo's second book. It's called Spark Joy. It's basically an illustrated guide that goes along with her first book, but it has some additional tips and tricks in it, and I've already gotten a few ideas from it. I read just over half the book last night, and I'm just engrossed by it like I was her first book. I'm really, really happy I picked up the hard copy, so now I have the pair on my bookshelf, always inspiring me to not only declutter, but to treat the things that I have with respect and to see the joy in the things that I decide to keep. This is really starting to change my mindset. I would say that when I declutter, I still go through and pick out the things that I can let go of. I don't actively pick things that I want to keep, and maybe that's not the right way of doing it, but it's the way I'm most comfortable with right now. And maybe when I have a smaller collection, I can go in and pick maybe my top 5 lipsticks that I want to keep and discard the rest. But for now, I just feel more comfortable and going through and picking things out that I'm okay to let go of. So yeah, it's a little bit different from what she espouses in her books, but I'm still gonna go with that for now. But anyway, regardless, it's a really inspiring read. A big part of Marie Kondo's tidying method has to do with folding clothing. So I really wanted to try out the folding of the dresses and storing dresses in these neat little bundles. Here are my dresses folded the way Marie Kondo teaches in her book. And when I did the folding, I actually decluttered, I would say maybe 3 or 4 dresses. But other than that, I have my whole collection still, but I love the way this looks. I can see what I have at a glance. Previously, I had each dress folded into kind of like a rectangle and just stacked one on top of the other, and I had like 4 or 5 piles of them. So it was really hard to go through and pick out a dress because I didn't know which pile they were in. Even when I tried to organize it, I would forget and I would just make a big mess trying to look for a dress, especially if I was in a rush. So now I can see if I want to wear this pink dress, I can just grab it and then I can fold it again and put it back in its little slot. I just made this granola dust from the recipe book that I got from work, and I didn't process the granola as much as the book. It's not as dusty. I only made 1/3 of the recipe. We wanted to try it out first before making a huge batch of it. This is our little breakfast with the granola dust. It's basically plain Greek yogurt, 2%, with a little bit of honey mixed in, and then a whole banana on top sliced, and a 1.5 tablespoons of the granola dust. So it looks really yummy. I made 2 portions, one for me, one for my hubby, and then Lulu gets a little portion of just plain yogurt, no honey, 2 little pieces of banana, and she doesn't get any granola dust. I bought a balloon for my friend's birthday and I just left it here. I'm gonna bring it to the party tonight, and Lulu does not like it. She is barking at it. Lulu, you've seen a balloon before. You know what that is, don't you? Good girl. Lulu. She usually doesn't bark. Usually it's just if she sees something weird or if someone comes over. So I'm gonna let her see the balloon. She's growling now. She doesn't like it. Okay, come. Let's see the balloon. Nothing. It's nothing. Okay. It's okay. Okay, are you bored of it? Want to see it more? Look, can you see it more? You've seen a balloon before. You must have forgotten. So that worked. She is now ignoring the balloon and just lying there nicely. So last night I went to a birthday party for one of my friends. She's actually a former coworker, and I didn't know anyone there except for her. So she said I could bring a guest. My husband didn't really want to go. He's not really into that sort of thing. So I invited one of my girlfriends. It was at America at the Trump Tower, and they have a late night event. It's sort of like a loungy club type atmosphere. The bar was packed though, so it was really difficult to get a drink, but I got a bunch of footage just of the atmosphere. It was a lot of fun. We stayed a few hours, wished my friend a happy birthday. We met a bunch of her friends, and it was just really, really nice. I found that the crowd was really, really friendly, so that was definitely a plus. All the girls were really nice. We chatted with some girls in the washroom and whatnot. So yeah, we had a good time. I just made this for lunch from my Jamie Oliver cookbook. It doesn't quite look like his, but I made a whole bunch of substitutions. This is what it's supposed to look like. Mine isn't as red as his is. I think it was because of my paprika. But anyway, it looks really delicious, so we're gonna try it. So my vlog is getting a little bit long. I actually had a lot of chit chat footage that I had forgotten about, so I just want to give you guys some updates before I sign off for the day. Number one, the speaker that I got, I am absolutely loving. The sound quality I find is more to my liking than the speaker my husband lent me. I find it's got a little bit of a deeper sound, it's got a little bit more bass, and it's more pleasing to my ears. I also have some cute footage of my husband holding Truffle. He was petting him and holding Truffle in his lap. Usually Truffle won't stay there, so Lulu was really confused, so she was trying to look around and see Truffle. It was just really cute. The other clip I have is of Truffle, and he is doing binkies. Please excuse my dirty floors. We have to sweep or vacuum, but There's just always fur and hay everywhere. It's like a losing battle when it comes to dust and things like that when you have pets. But Truffle was doing the cutest binkies. He was running under the coffee table and just being really curious and really happy, so of course I wanted to include that footage. What I want to talk about are the two recipes I made from the Jamie Oliver cookbook. I love both recipes. The granola dust has been really nice, and what I like about it is that there is no added sugar or oils in it. I highly recommend that recipe, and I did actually find it online. I think there were some minor differences, but essentially the same thing. So I will link that down below. The other recipe I made, the shrimp dish that we just gobbled up, was fantastic. So I'm really happy with the cookbook. It's kind of infusing new life into my interest in cooking, because I used to be really into cooking and then not so much, and now I'm starting to become interested in it again. The very last thing I wanted to mention before I sign off is that my sister posted our Bean Boozled challenge. She actually posted it a few weeks ago. I've watched this video a number of times already, and so has my husband. Every time we watch it, it just makes us laugh. It's so funny. I hope you guys like it. I will link it down below. Please stop by my sister's channel. Other sister actually helped her to edit it, and she did a fantastic job. I just love the little captions and little clip art and things that she put in the video. Just really creative, and it just adds to the hilariousness of it all. So I hope you enjoyed that video, and I also hope you enjoyed this vlog. That is going to be it for my vlog for the first half of January. I do plan to vlog roughly every week this year, but depending on how much footage I get and the things I do during the week, it may be a little less frequent, maybe every 2 weeks instead of every week. But I'll play it by ear, and I will definitely keep vlogging. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you soon. Bye!